how cool I am. I've got matching everything. Courtesy of my mom. Mom, you better be watching this vlog, okay? Listen, seriously. Okay, the moment of truth. Let's, oh my God. Okay, well that's deeper than I thought it was gonna be.
Wow, it's so deep, hey?
Yeah.
How deep do you think it is? Like, how many inches do you think that is? 6? 8?
I have no idea.
10 inches?
It seems like quite a lot.
To here, like, man, that's at least...
Oh yeah, look, well look.
8, 10 inches.
And this is still more underneath here.
Yeah.
And I'm big, like my shoe is, I'm a size 11.
Plus, there's probably an inch or two that's compacted
Yep.
that you're actually standing on top
yeah.
of, too.
Absolutely. Oh my God, where did it go? Hang on, there.
Here's one.
There's
Look at this one right there.
Look at the actual freaking snowflakes. Are you kidding me right now? Look, they're freaking everywhere. They're actual like little, this is like Whoville, man. What is, oh my God, they're on me too.
Wow.
They're on me too.
Cool little geometric shapes, eh?
Oh, these are real pretty. Look at that super cute thing that Eric got me for Christmas. He actually got me this phone for Christmas, but look at this super cute thing that he got me for Christmas. His name's Wade. He's a little werewolf. You can tell because he's got T-furs. That's how you can tell. This is so awkward. The phone is so heavy that it's like, ooh, how I have you guys stationed here. So we're gonna try this out. I don't really know what this is. This is just gonna be a bit of a vlog. Obviously it's 2024. Happy New Year. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season. I was thinking of doing like a, here's what happened to me at the end of last year kind of a video. But honestly, who really wants to like, I don't know that you guys really care that you want it, not that I don't mean it that way, but we've all got stuff going on. But just a few highlights from last year. My grandma passed away last year and my grandma and I were very close. And Eric's grandma passed away last year. And Alfie passed away last year, and one of Eric's close friends passed away last year. And then you can sprinkle in like a bunch of other things that happened to friends, which obviously impacts me in the way that I care very much about what happens to my friends. And then like autistic burnout hit a point of no return, which just spiraled out of control. And basically, in a nutshell, my November and my December were not great. I took in an extended hiatus because I just couldn't cope anymore. Eric and I also did a bunch of renovations in the apartment. Nothing like, when I say renovations, nothing huge, but we did go and like, we moved everything around the whole space. The only thing that stayed the same is my office. One, autistic people like their routines. I like my routines. I need my routines. Change is not a good thing. Change is never a good thing. Ta-da! So this is the tail that I'm currently working on. Isn't it glorious? Wow, it looks so good on this camera. Like, shut the front door. I've got some fins and stuff that I can sew today. So, got the zipper, and we've got the fins that can get sewn. Okay, so since he's momentarily just chilled out there, yes, I have been working on one custom order that has been on the list for a really long time. And I just opened 2 more slots on the Patreon pod for tails. So those people who are on the wait list on Patreon have been contacted. If you guys want to check out more information without actually going directly there, you can see it all on my website. I kind of break down what's available, what it's all about. There's images and graphics and things. I made it so pretty. I'm very proud of myself. It is the only place where you can get access to my mermaid tails at this time, and that's not going to be changing anytime soon. There is a wait list though, so keep that in mind. But yeah, basically last year was, without a doubt, I know I don't want to tempt fate here. If 2024 could please take a massive chill pill. Like, it's ridiculous because 2020 was unbelievable. 2021 was like, okay, one more bad year. I can do that. 2022 was like, are you effing kidding me? And 2023 was like, here, hold my beer. I didn't know it was possible to feel that bad. I didn't know it was possible to miss people, and I include Alfie in that. It's just life hasn't been the same without him. So that's kind of what it is. Yeah, so that's been, I didn't want to talk about it on the channel because it's honestly just too hard because I miss him so much. but that's part of where I went. And then, like, to top it all off, I basically broke my YouTube channel. I basically broke it, you guys. We hit like 700,000 subscribers last year, which was insane considering I had started the year off at like 23,000. So that's a pretty big jump. And I invited a lot of hate. I didn't invite it, okay? It just happened. But in posting the kind of content that I was posting, yes, the numbers were going up, but the amount of vicious hate and abuse that I was getting from people on my content was just insane. But it's really hard to just to move forward and know that like the people who are here now aren't really here for me. They're here for this like viral mermaid content that I've been producing. And I mean, like, as much as I enjoy making that content and like doing the thing, I gotta be honest, I kind of miss just hanging out in my office and making mermaid tales and just chatting with you guys. So things are going to be like shifting. Also, who's noticed that Chester is in here now? Also, my big silicone tail is off the wall. I decided that because I haven't been using it, I'm not selling it, I've just decided that it would be better to not keep it hanging on the wall for, it's been up there for like 3 years now, so it's time to take it down. It's in its Finfolk bag, because yeah, I bought it one of those ridiculously expensive Enormo bags, and it's fine. It was worth the money because it's safe and secure in there. When we moved everything in the living room, I actually bought a cadaver bag for my siren tail. So that's now out of the sheet that it was in, and it's in a cadaver bag under the couch. So that's really good. It's a lot better than how it was before. I'll probably do like an updated office tour at some point because I feel like it might be a thing. But yeah, I like my swing. Whee! The way that this is going to work moving forward is that Patreon is going to be at the very top of the things that I do. And from Patreon, it's going to kind of filter down. So essentially, if you want to interact with me like really on the regular, that's where you're going to want to go. I had to do it that way because life just needs to start making sense. And I can't go back to doing things the way that I was doing things because I'm not the same person that I was 3-4 years ago. So my brain basically broke on me, and it's okay. It's not okay, but it's okay because I'm recovering and I'm dealing with it, and I've got strategies and therapy and things in place to help me through all of this, and so that's good. Like Mermaid Tales, Patreon, the behind the scenes, and that stuff is kind of at the top of all of this, and what you guys are going to get here is going to be kind of my life doing all of this. And I do plan on also including more autism related content because a bunch of you guys, welcome, by the way, are finding me now from my video from 2021, which is just kind of bonkers to me. Like, I at the time, it's not that I had wanted it to go like viral at the time, but I do think it's funny that all of a sudden it's just picked up steam and like everybody's commenting and everybody's wanting to see it now. So that's, I mean, like, that's great. What the heck, but no complaints. So I wanted to maybe include some more content about that because it is a very large portion. It is me, right? Like, I am my autism is me. Like, we are one and the same because it's how my brain works and it's how I process the world. So it doesn't really make sense that I kind of keep, I hate to be like, oh, I was masking from you guys this whole time, but like I totally was. And I even am right now because this isn't exactly what I'm like in real life. But yeah, the snow is just insane. I love it so much. Squirrel. The other reason that I want to kind of tuck myself away into the Patreon experience is because I have had just so many unpleasant, well, I got really loud there, but I've had so many unpleasant experiences recently in the larger mermaid community. And I have just kind of had like all that I can take of just stuff. It's just too much. So I figure instead of being everywhere else, I'd like to focus solely on the communities that I run. It's also where I share, like I said, tales and my behind the scenes and progress and all of the upcoming stuff that I'm working on and everything. And I have been really good at sticking to the schedule, and I think we've really grown and things have been going so well over on the Patreon pod. It's even like really smoothed out the tail making process. Like, my wait times aren't as insane as they've been. Like, obviously the wait list is the part where you have to wait the longest, but once I get things rolling, like the actual process is moving quite smoothly and quite quickly. I think even Faith was like, yeah, the turnaround time on that was pretty good. And I was like, yeah, look at me go, growth, yes. Obviously, I've had a couple of people make comments about the availability of my tails. Some of you have not been very nice about it, and some of you have been very respectful, and I really appreciate that. There is a really good reason why my stuff is just no longer publicly available. It's because I get ripped off a lot, and it's really difficult. No, I'm not about to go on a big tirade because I have nothing left to say on the matter. You guys all know how I feel about it. It is what it is. Aside from what you guys see here, you'll never see the actual artwork that I do for this stuff. I will not share that anywhere outside of the Patreon pod because it's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it for me to see one more person rip off fins or scales or a design or a color scheme or a pattern. Like, I swear to goodness, it's been a journey, okay? It's been rough. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my god! Dang, I missed it. Oh, shoot. All of this snow just came off of that tree there. It was so crazy. Yeah, so like I won't go into all of it now. I do actually have content around this planned. Me and a few of my tailmaker friends are putting together some thoughts on all of this because it's been really hard, and I don't know that people recognize what, like, I really don't want to go into it. Oh my god. But it's so hard. And when people do not make the, like, cannot recognize the difference between, or they just choose not to. I kind of feel like that's actually more what this is, where people are just choosing not to recognize when something is a copy versus when something is flat out plagiarism. I've got videos talking about this, right? These people fundamentally changed my business forever. Like, it's crazy that you guys have that kind of power, and it's kind of disgusting, honestly. Fortunately for me, it's worked out for the best, and I don't think I would be in the kind of position I am in if I didn't have the Patreon pods. So the most massive shout out to my Patreon pod fishes. You guys are next level. You create a space for me, a safe space for me to share my work as an artist, and you encourage me, and you're respectful, and you're enthusiastic, and it's just, it's actual magic. When I think of mermaid magic, like, this is what I'm thinking of. This is the whole vibe. That whole vibe that you want to get when you're like, I want community and I want to feel like I belong. The Patreon pod gives me that, and they give each other that too. And I try to give them that as well. It really is some kind of a freaky miracle. Like, I feel so lucky. It is like a little bit of a shameless self-promotion here, but if you do want to check out the Patreon pod, again, I'll have everything linked for you guys down below. If I can link it up in the cards, I will as well. So you can just hit that little button wherever it is in one of these corners. I never remember which corner it's in. I'd love to also hear how you guys are doing. I know that 2023 was a bit of like a 5D experience. Is that what it is? Like 4D experience, 3D experience, 4D, 5D. How many, like, it was a multiple dimensional situation. I really don't ever want to have to go back there. Ran screaming towards the finish line, dudes. But I would love to hear how you guys are doing in the comment section down below, so just kind of let me know. Anyways, okay. What kind of birds are those? Squirrel! Are you still plugged in? You are! Oh, you're dusty. Tuck this away. Oh, hang on. How far out do I have to sew this? Are we there yet? Who does this? Who thought this was a good idea? I did, because I like points. Yeah, that's right. Only other tail makers are going to understand exactly how difficult that is to do, but Why do I keep doing this to myself? Why? I said I wasn't going to make it this narrow anymore. I've got to stop doing this. This is so hard to sew. But it leaves me exactly the right amount for a channel. So you can see that like I did something similar here and I didn't have it come all the way down because I wanted to leave a little bit of space. So this has boning in it. So I'm going to do something similar. Hi, I finished. Well, I use it loosely. They're not done. But this is as much progress as we're going to make today. If you would just please follow me over here for a moment. So yeah, you guys didn't see this, but I've actually hung up the other Chester because Faith is a genius. And let's not pretend for a second that I came up with that on my own. The next exciting thing that I get to work on is I have a 1 of 1, which is basically a mermaid tail that I'm only going to produce one time in that specific configuration. And it is my mermaid tail inspired by the Little Mermaid. I named it Ocean's Daughter for obvious reasons. That did sell last year, but between me and the client, we had a few things bumble about. And so I'm going to be starting it now, which is okay. I'm very excited. So everything has been processed. Now I just have to input some measurements. And then if there's any repainting or anything that I need to do to the tail to make sure that it's going to fit the measurements as perfectly as possible, I will do that before I send it off to my printer for printing. So while that's loading, I actually realize I have one more thing to show you guys. I figure it's fitting because I named it Frozen Ocean and it's pretty freaking frozen outside. So yeah, the Patreon pod, of course, has seen this already a couple of times already. But this is one of the latest tails to join my, which is the front, there's the front, my mermaid tail catalog. So this will be made for multiple orders. There it is, pretty baby. I love how it turned out. It is for the fish fin specifically, and it has 2 little seam fins down the side. So this is obviously not the full size of this tail. Duh. This is just my test print, okay? So that's the front, whoop, and then this is the back. So the back is essentially just darker. Just a little bit darker. Lots of texture, lots of details and things that you're not going to see until you get quite close to it. I did my test print quite large because, like I said, there's a lot of texture in this and I wanted to make sure that all of the different kinds of blue that I have in this tail was actually going to work. Like, we're actually going to show up nicely. This new printer does a phenomenal job with this particular blue. So happy. Very grateful. So I didn't have any of the strange teal stuff happen with this. Sometimes these colors can be really hard and tricky to print. Okay, is it finished loading? It's finished loading. Let's jump over there. This is the tail in question. It is very pretty. It is going to be one of the most complicated things I've ever done. I'm a little nervous. And it does have front fins, or these are the front fins, excuse me. I've got back fins for it as well. Oh, I'm so excited to bring this tail to life. Okay, well, now that I have lost the light and I have to confirm measurements, I got a really quick question from my client, so I've let them know. And now I'm going to kind of wrap up my day. I'm going to grab a snack and I'm going to play some Path of Titans because dinosaurs, am I right? Thank you guys for coming along with me on this little interesting day in the life, kind of a something, sort of a vlog, studio, snow, catching up, whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, although I don't need any more subscribers, so stop subscribing unless you actually want to be here, please. The world, man, I ruined it. I ruined it. Ugh, and let's see if I can't get back into some kind of a groove. So that's it. Okay. Links to everything discussed today, description box down below, and I will see you guys again in my next video. Happy swimming. Bye-bye.